Hello, everyone. We are live. We're live in all of our channels. Again, we're live on Facebook, we're live on YouTube, and we're live on Instagram. And I hope you join me today for us to talk about the most asked questions about AppJobs. That's what we're going to do here today. I have some of the questions here with me, questions that you asked, that other people asked, and I'm just going to go through them in 4 different blocks so you know a little bit more about what we're doing here and how to get to start working with your app job today. So remember that we have different screens going on, so that's why I look there and here. But yes, let's start with this now. So as I said, we're going to start with the most asked questions about app jobs. And we're going to start with the first block, which is the most basic questions. So first question, and always, what is AppJobs, the website? So AppJobs is a 100% free job search website. It's not an app, it's a website where you can find your job offers. We gather all the information for you, everything you need, the job descriptions, requirements, the earnings, and how you can start working. So that's what you're going to find at appjobs.com. The second question, of course, is what is an app job? So what does this consist really? Like, what is this about? So an app-based job, or simply an app job, is a way to make money with your phone. That's basically it. You're just gonna make money with this thing that you carry around every day, all the time. You will make money through mobile apps when you have an app job, such as Uber, for example, DoorDash, Rover, The One, and so much more. You will find clients there too and be able to show where you're working, make reviews, compare apps, and so many more other features that we have in a website. But this is through an app job is where you're going to find your clients, complete your tasks, and get the instant and safe pay that everyone wants. So remembering, all of you, that an app job is not like a traditional job. This means that you don't need a CV, you don't need interviews, so there are a lot of perks, obviously. And rather than that, you will get access to several apps that you can download on your smartphone and start working with. But also, you should keep in mind that it's not a fixed employment. So this means that you will be actually considered an independent contractor. So it's not like a traditional job in that sense either. You're not an employee, you are an independent contractor, like a freelancer. Another question that is very popular is, why should I go to AppJobs instead of searching for jobs outside, like online in the internet? So the best thing about AppJobs is that we do the job for you. We're gonna look for all the best opportunities for you in our website. When you select your city and you put most of your information, the most important information, you will find an app that suits you all of your preferences. So instead of going around and testing and not finding the ones that you like, you have one that will be perfect for you. Another question is how to sign up. So to sign up for the first time with AppJobs is super simple. You just have to go to appjobs.com first and all. Once you're there, you can click on the button join and join now. And in the button join now, you can either put your email or log in with your Facebook, and that's it. You basically sign up. You just need to finish filling your profile, because the more information you put, the better it gets our work to find the best app job for you. Another question when it comes to this like basic situation, understanding what it is in the website, is sign up or sign in. What is the difference? Well, if you're on the platform for the first time, you click on join now. So exactly what we did in the step before. And on the second option, if you click on sign in, you just need to put your email that you already entered before and start checking your apps or leaving some reviews. So this is for the first block of questions. So remembering all of you guys that were here doing a live stream about the most asked questions at appjobs.com. So don't forget to send us some questions if you're looking, if you're paying attention to our channels, and we're here to answer everything you want to know. And I also have Natsu here to help out. So make sure to send your questions both on YouTube, on Facebook, and also on Instagram. Going for the second block of questions, we have we're going to talk a little bit more about when you're completing your profile. So the first question is, how do I complete my profile? Well, first, you're going to have to update your information with your personal information. So name, birthdays, phone number, work town. Where do you want to work with an app job? You can also put your job categories such as driving, delivery, or cleaning. Assets, so tools that you have to make money, for example, a vehicle, insurance, or licenses. And one last thing is your reviews. Add your reviews, your opinions about the apps you worked with before, that you're working with now. And that's basically how you finish up your profile. Another question is, what are assets? We talked a little bit fast here now about assets, but I'm going to talk a little bit more now. So assets are tools that might be required to make money with an app job. So for example, if you want to be a driver with Lyft, you're going to need to own your own car. Another option, if you want to be an online teacher with Linguda, you need a computer. That's an asset. And if you want to be a deliverer with Foodora, you need a bike, for example. But it can be so much more than that. It can be just a smartphone. It can be a driver's license. It can be an insurance for your car. It can be many other things. But when you pick the assets on your profile, that will help us so much to find a very good app job for you. Yes, so this is the end of the second block, just about how to complete your profile, basically. And now we can check a little bit for questions. I can see here that we have a question from Paola that says, do you need to submit a CV? And that is a great question, because it is a very common question that it is here in our Q&A. So that question is going to be answered pretty soon, Paola. I'm just going to start up with the third block of questions, and by the fourth we're going to answer if you need a CV or not. So keep watching until the end. Going to the third block, we're going to talk about how you select your app jobs. So how do you find your city? That's a main question. Once you have completed your profile, you need to enter your city, the work town, or the city you want to work, by clicking on the search bar on the top of the page. I can actually show it here, right? I can show it here. I can show you the page, how it looks a little bit. Because there's a big bar here. I don't know if you guys can see it here. Yes, you can see it there. There you can put the city you want to work in, and when you select there, it's gonna show all the job offers that are all available in the website in your city. So that's cool. But don't be dismotivated if you don't find your work town too. There is no, the city they want to work is not there, because you can also always go for remote jobs when it comes to that. So remote jobs, they don't require to be anywhere. You can be from home. You can work from anywhere in the world. You don't need to be in a specific city. So you can just pick any city and sign up to a remote job that works too. Another question is, what is a job category and how can I choose between them in my page? So there are several and many different job categories you can pick. You can pick delivery, driving, freelancing, babysitting, home cooking, cleaning, online teaching, so many more. And you can sort your job offers by most popular, so the most common companies, the companies that people work with more, your assets, so job offers would match with what you already have, and the new job offer, the newly added app job offer in your city. If you see a green line close to the apps, it means that you have all the required assets to start working with that job. So that is really cool. But if you see a red light, it means that you're missing on some assets. And if you click on the red light, you can actually find out what is missing. So that's really helpful for you. And when you are going down in the AppJob website, can we have the page here? When you are going down in the AppJobs website, you can see the job offers that are showing. So, for example, as we talked about the requirements, so it shows a little red cross here saying that I don't have all the assets for this job offer. So I need to check and see what it is. But you can also see that there are a couple of buttons here, a read more button and a quick apply button. So what does it happen if you click on the read more? By clicking there, you're going to find out all the access, you're going to access all the information about that app job when you start, for you to start working. So you'll find descriptions, requirements, earnings, and so much more. And on the other side, as you can see, there is a quick apply button. When you're super sure already, like you already been doing your research for a while and you know that you just want to sign up with this one, by clicking on quick apply, you will be redirected to the company's website. And then you have to register, do all the recruitment process by filling some forms and then follow the instructions. You're basically just going to jump a little bit ahead on the information and just start signing up. So, end of the third block. So cool to have you guys here watching us and being present. We are talking a little bit about the most asked questions at appjobs.com and trying to help you guys with all the information you need. So now we're going to the fourth and last block of this live stream. And I am going to answer Paola's question now. So Paola asked if you need to submit a CV. And that is one of the most asked questions when it comes to the job requirements and earnings. So I will say right away, no, you do not need a CV. This is one of the best things about AppJobs. You don't need a CV to start making money. In most cases, you will not even need to go through an interview, for example. So that is pretty cool. That is a very big difference between traditional jobs and AppJobs. So if that's what you're looking for, then AppJobs is for you. Another question is, what do I need to start working? What are the requirements? So this is a bit of a tricky question because different apps are going to have different requirements. That's basically how it works. Sometimes they want people above 18 years old. Sometimes you need to have a car. Sometimes you need to have, I don't know how many years of driver's license, a clean record. So that's going to change for all the app jobs. So you have to go one by one to find out the differences between them. But remembering connected to that are the assets. So if you just put your assets right and you show what you have, you will see what you can apply or not. They're going to be showing there. Another question, quite common, how long does it take for me to get an app job? So it will take up to a week for most companies to do all the process for you. And in some cases, like Uber, it can take up to 3 weeks. So it depends on the company, really. It is important to remember that the companies will send you an email after finishing the process of signing up, putting all of your information and confirming the application process. So if you don't receive that email, it might indicate that something went wrong during the process. So you can always talk to us. We're always there to help you. You just need to send an email to hello@appjobs.com and we'll be there to help you out. But if you can go straight to the company and ask them to, that's probably going to be a lot faster. And okay, going up to the last 4 questions of the live. Very important question that everyone always wants to know. How do I get paid? Most importantly, right? Everyone's just thinking about the money here because that's why you're doing why you would look for an app job. So all the payments are completely done by the app or company you chose to work with. Each one has a different policy, and we kindly ask you to check the information during the sign-up process. They're all going to be different. But yes, you are going to be paid through the app and the company. That's another step that we can't really control at appjobs.com, but it does happen through the app, safe and fast. You don't need to do anything besides working. How long does it take for me to get paid? So the payment can vary according to the app jobs too, to the companies, of course. So we kindly ask you to check the information with the company. Another question, the second last question of this live is, I already sent my documentation and the company did not contact me. What should I do? Well, don't worry about it. Some companies can take a little while receiving your documentation and doing all the process of application, doing the background check. So you should expect a return from the company within 7 working days. So have a little patience for the 7 working days and wait for it, because it is going to happen. They're going to contact you back. And it is important to remember that the companies will send the email finishing up the sign up. So once you get there, that already means something good. And the last question for this live stream is, who I need to contact if the company does not reply? So as I said before, our team is always there to help you. Whenever you have a question or problem, just send a message, just send an email to hello@appjobs.com. Hello@appjobs.com. That's the email. If you send questions there, we're going to be completely there for you, and we're going to try to help as much as we can. But we do not have access to the information that you provided to the app. So always make sure to contact the app to have more of a straight communication with them, because we are just basically there to make the connection between you and the job offer. And that's pretty much it for our little Q&A live stream here. Thank you so much for the questions. Thank you for everyone that watched the live. We're going to be having this up on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Instagram. So make sure to go there, check it. And if you are in any of these channels, also make sure to go to the others. We have content for you everywhere. Go to appjobs.com and try to follow all the questions we've been up here. We have blog posts about this. We have videos about this. We're trying to help you as much as we can. And this was just another way we found. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the support always. Yes, I'll see you in the next video. Bye, AppJobbers. Bye-bye. Bye, guys, on YouTube.